all deceived by those who packaged General Buhari to us as a man of honor and integrity.
Incorruptible.
Yes, and little did we know that we were actually being sold a dummy.
Wait, you said they sell on a
Yes,
dummy.
they sold a dummy to Nigerians. During his era as a military head of state, it wasn't even the one in charge. It was Idiagbon, late of blessed memory. He had 8 years, 8 whole years to prove himself to Nigerians. Savior, Nigerians were looking forward to. But, you can't give what you don't have.
If you didn't, they didn't they.
Honestly, you can't give what you don't have. And this is a problem with our political class. These people don't have names. Why is it that when something goes wrong in this country, we don't get those culprits and punish them? That is why when you see a politician that has fallen out, is not allowed to enjoy the largesse of being a politician, you hear him saying, if I open my mouth, open your mouth, dirty day inside.
Yeah.
I've been a shoe carry inside mouth. Open your mouth and tell us what you want to tell us. Don't be
So
gaslighting
people like
us.
Aerofine, if you say
They are gaslighting Nigerians.
Hey.
So if you have something to say, you should have the courage to say it. Why hide the name of these persons? And that's the same thing your national security advisor did. Armed robbers that have been sentenced to death and some are waiting trial were released to go and commit robbery.
Prison warders, they release them, made a good thief
So
finish,
what
come back again.
what kind of country
Enter
are we
prison.
running?
Oh.
And then we keep talking about armed bandits, we keep talking of armed robbers, and I keep asking one question nobody has answered. These so-called headsmen that have refused to be identified as terrorists and bandits that go about with AK-47 shooting people, how did they learn how to use the gun?
Hey.
How did they learn how to use the gun? Is it that, is it that anybody can use AK-47?
Welcome to Precious in your TV. So now here we'll be giving an update to some things that happen for inside the country. So it's always a pleasure to be with you and to have you here on this platform. Prince Francis Chilaka, thank you so much for joining us today on the show. So very quickly, let's take a quick one. Shocking today on the floor of the House of Representatives, the House of Rep Committee invited, the appropriate committee, right, had invited the Inspector General of Police, make he come give account of some assault rifles, some rifles and some guns and firearms we don't lost since. And this thing no be now happen, just so that people don't go talk say, oh, it happened on that now. It happened around 2018, between 2018 2020, In fact, they say as at the end of 2018, say about over 178,000 firearms, and majority of them na AK-47 disappear. Remember, say all these armed bandits or armed Fulani headsmen, na AK-47 they hear them carry. Okay, they say over 178,000 assault rifles 9 days missing. But as at 2020, when they come do their proper auditing, they come find out say about 3,700 thereabouts 9 day missing. So they come they ask them questions about the matter. Remember, say NSA, that is Nihu Ribado, been done complain say make police people and army people, that is security agencies, stop to they give their firearms to bandits to use they operate. So you feel liking this one now to that thing will happen. And not forgetting, say, President Buhari spent a lot of money in fighting insecurity. A lot of money will be said in gift to them to use fighting insecurity. How come at the end of fighting insecurity, now during internal, now all these firearms them disappear or enter the wrong hands? I feel like you get your thoughts on it.
I think we started on the wrong footing when we were all told a lie, when we were all deceived by those who packaged Major General Buhari to us as a man of honor and integrity.
Incorruptible.
Yes. And, we bought it and we all came out and said, oh, this man is going to take Nigeria to El Dorado. This man is going to do a lot of things that has, bedeviled Nigeria. He was going to put things right. Little did we know that we were actually being sold a dummy.
Wait, he said they sell
Yeah.
on a
Yes.
dummy.
They sold a dummy to Nigerians.
Wait, I don't
It
understand.
now resonates to the fact that during his era as a military head of state, it wasn't even the one in charge. It was Idiagbon, late of blessed memory. So with all of that, he had 8 years, 8 whole years to prove himself to Nigerians, to show Nigerians that yes, he is that uh, savior Nigerians were looking forward to. But you can't give what you don't have.
If he didn't, they didn't. They.
Honestly, you can't give what you don't have. And this is a problem with our political class. Once they're out of power, they don't add value to their lives. They don't go back to school.
They didn't upgrade
They
themselves.
don't upgrade themselves. And then they come back. Somebody coming from the 1960s and want to rule in 2025. We have modernization, we have technology, we have science, we have everything. We're in a world where IT is what rules. So how can somebody who does not even understand what a computer is be the one to explain it to you? So, coming back to where we are as a nation, it is so shameful that we talk about issues, but we don't follow them to logic conclusion.
And so this matter of these firearms now, was it a surprise to you to know that this has happened? That
No,
the firearms didn't give police, most of them they missing, or large number of them.
No, I am not
missing, and they don't
surprised
account to
because
them.
when the NSA came out and said that police officers, you said security personnel are giving out arms to bandits and kidnappers. I asked the question: these people, don't they have names? Why is it that when something goes wrong in this country, we don't get those culprits and punish them? That is why when you see a politician that has fallen out or is not allowed to enjoy the largesse of being a politician, you hear him saying, "If I open my mouth, open your mouth, dirty day inside.
Yeah.
I've been asked to carry inside mouth. Open your mouth and tell us what you want to tell us. Don't be
So
gaslighting
people like
us."
Aerofine, now if you say
They are gaslighting Nigerians.
Hey.
So if you have something to say, you should have the courage to say it. If you recall also, when Rocha was threatened, when his second term ambition was threatened, he said, "If I open my mouth, Nigeria will boil." Up to today, that mouth has not been opened. And there are quite a number of them like that. So if there's an issue, you think you're a patriotic Nigerian, you believe that you're accountable to the people, and there's a situation, why hide the name of these persons? And that's the same thing your national security advisor did. If you've been following the news, you hear that I think it was a few days back in one of the newspapers, at one of the dailies, they said that armed robbers that have been sentenced to death and some are waiting trial were released to go and commit robbery.
Prison warders, they release them, made a
So,
good thief finish,
what
come back again.
what kind of
Enter
country are
inside
we
prison.
running?
Oh.
And then we keep talking about armed bandits, we keep talking about armed robbers, and I keep asking one question nobody has answered. These so-called headsmen that have refused to be identified as terrorists and bandits that go about with AK-47 shooting people, how did they learn how to use the gun?
Hey.
How did they learn how to use the gun? Is it that, is it that anybody can use AK-47? So there's a lot that is wrong in this country. A lot. And our security agencies are culpable.
All right, so it was a bit shocking. In fact, the AIG really no get specific answer to most of these questions. But it is very embarrassing. See, as a nation, Nigeria, we no fit give account of our own ammunitions them. And this is a country that is battling with insecurity
You
issue.
cannot give account of the arms and ammunitions because you cannot give account of Nigerians.
Yeah.
How many are Nigerians?
Okay.
You heard the number of people from Niger that have your NIN. Meanwhile, bona fide citizens of this country don't have NIN. Bona fide citizens of this country don't have voters card. Bona fide citizens of this country don't have driver's license. But foreigners have them. So what is going on?
Okay, so very quickly, the House Committee, the appropriate House Committee, also invite the Comptroller of Customs, make it come explain why, because they receive a petition say so many people they went inside customs, so if they say don't reach the age of retirement, they didn't agree to retire. People gonna say, wait a minute, not only your guy better Google Pay enjoy better thing. Shebi dem do law to amend the Police Act so that he no go retire even though he don't reach time to retire. So why not make the thing go round? Remember, some people be the fear say that thing or that act, the police amendment of the Police Act may set a bad precedent. We go scatter the civil service, or we go, make things go wrong. So if you say I wasn't they play out, or not just within only happen since, maybe this one just may come to the news.
No, to a large extent, this government is not being sincere to Nigerians. Mr. President is no longer the Democrat that a lot of us believed he was. We're seeing a different kind of president. We're seeing a president that is tilting towards autocratic governance, towards dictatorship. If you ask me, I would say that the current Inspector General of Police ought to have honorably resigned. A law was made when his tenure is almost done to favor him. It is bad precedence. Even within the police force now, officers that are due for retirement are refusing to go.
Yes.
So, in other words, the presidency and those who are advising him, they have created a problem. Because very soon, the military will join. And you know that will lead into a more serious chaos.
All right, so make I just give Nigerians some updates. Well, I hear so the national grid don't collapse again, so make on no worry. In case you know see light, make you know say that the case be that. And just in case you're worried about the on a new tax bill or tax reform bill, don't worry, don't scare second reading. By the time you know, they go finalize them, can and go give president sharp, you go accent them. Would you like to say something about that quickly?
Well, everybody was talking about the tax bill, and then in between, you heard that it is a rumor, or it has not been confirmed. I hope it is not true that your CBN governor has 2 consultants earning more than even himself.
One earning 50 million naira, the other one earning 35 million naira monthly,
and they are both earning salaries that could pay that of. If you add the 2 salaries together, you're looking at about 20 to 30 directors. So, I don't really know why Mr. President has brought people who seem to have been in hunger all this while. Like somebody will say, we'll go to bed empty hunger. It appears that those working for Mr. President just woke up from sleep and they have been empty hunger. Now they want to eat and swallow.
Are you saying that you don't have faith or confidence in the tax reform bills, or matter?
For me, I believe that the first thing first that I had expected this presidency to do to reform is electoral law.
And not tax.
Okay. Reform the electoral law. Look at the issue of injustice going on in the country, especially with the Southeast. Correct it. If you have 6 zones, each of the zones should have the same number of states, the same number of local governments, so that when it comes to the time of voting or the time of sharing resources of this country, it is distributed equally.
So they could just be evenly shared. All right. Well, that's about it. We have to run along. Thank you so much for everyone who's joined the conversation. I love you guys and I appreciate you. A lot more is happening in the country, but you hear it on the other side. My name is Precious Inyi. Thank you, Prince Francis Chilaka, for stopping by. I'll see you on the other side. I love you guys. Goodbye.